Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So I thought I would make a pop-up box card. I haven't made one for ages. I have quite a few on my channel, and I thought the card style would work really well with my new paper collections. This is my Glitz and Glam paper collection, which for those of you that don't know, I have my own brand which is called Made to Surprise, and I've got a separate YouTube channel for that, and I do mention it and use bits and pieces from the range on this channel as well. But I thought because this is just a fun fold card and I haven't made this size before, I would use it with this new collection, and I think it's turned out really well. So this all folds flat and it will fit in a 6x8 envelope or box envelope. I've got them all on the channel. On the back there you've got all your space to write your message, and then it just pops up and displays like so. These are great for any theme and most occasions, to be honest. You can have all sorts popping out of here. You don't need any specialty dies to make this one, so let's get started. So first of all, we'll make the box card. So I've got myself a piece of 11.5 by 8-inch cardstock. This is about a 250 GSM. Along the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2.5, 6 and 8. And then rotate it so that 1/2 inch tab is at the top. You're going to score at 4.5, past the first score line and down to the second, and then flip it, and again at 4.5, past the first score line and down to the second. This is a cut line. You don't want to cut through the middle because that's the back panel, so we want that to stay intact. You then want to cut yourself 3 pieces of 4.5 by 1. These are the inside tabs to stick everything to that you're going to have popping up, and you just want to score at 1/2 inch and at 4 on all of those 3 pieces. So fold and burnish all of your score lines. So with your 1/2 inch tab on the left hand side, you want to remove this top part here. Okay, like so. Then you're going to remove all of this. You can remove all that as you cut that other piece, but I like to just break down these steps so it's easy for everyone to follow. You can keep these attached if you want and have them hanging down the side, but I'm just going to have the front one hanging down, so it's going to look slightly different. Yeah, really neat with your cut lines because this is all visible, and I'm just removing all of the score lines as I'm cutting. Okay, so now we've got that 1/2 inch tab up here on the right. You're now going to cut down this score line here and remove just this one. So it's that same one there. We want to keep this square, so you might find it easier to cut down these 2 first. Again, I'm removing the score lines and then cut down this one, and then if you just fold that, you can then get in there to remove that piece. Okay, so it's all going to come around. This is going to stick to the front here, and then this panel is going to fold down, and that's where I'm going to have my main sentiment. Okay, and it will fold flat like so. So with this piece here, just cut a little wedge off of each end. Now some people stick it together and then add the internal slots. I actually prefer sticking these down inside and then closing it all up. So with these ones here, I'm just going to use the quick grab glue and just run it along just the left hand side, and I'm going to lie it down so it runs flush with this fold here. I might bring it down just a little bit and then fold that over. Rub away any glue. Okay, so now we've got this piece attached like so. Take your next one, add some glue on the tab, and now with this one just fold it like so, and you want to butt the edge up to this one and then fold it over. So you'll find that these tabs sit side by side. Keep it all nice and straight, and then again the same with the last one, and just fold that tab over, and again butt it up with the edge of this one and then fold that over. So now what we've got is 4 equally spaced sections. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next, you want to add your glue onto these three. You can do it all at the same time, like so, and then fold this one over. And I just find it much easier to do it this way than having to try, and sometimes you have to use your tweezers and you're trying to get your hands into this space. But now you've got those equally spaced pieces, and then all you got to do is just attach the front one. Whilst it's open still though, I am going to add this back panel. So this is 3 1/4 by 7 3/4, and I use my Ditzy print embossing folder, this one here. It's not quite gone to the bottom there, but that's fine because that's going to be hidden. But you'll see now that I give you a nice border. I'm going to use the construction glue, so it's going to start adding a bit of structure and support now to the back. And then now you can just add your glue all the way down that panel, fold it flat and fold that one over. It should all line up nicely. Go back that way as well. Sometimes you find one way will fold better than the other. So I've got this one from the paper pack, and that is going to sit perfectly over the top there. And then I've cut these 2 side panels. I've cut another one in white in the same size as this piece. That's for the back, so I've got somewhere to write my message. And I've just used one of the stickers on the back there. And then I've got this piece of pattern paper which is going to go under there. So it's non-directional. You've got the shoes the right way up, then upside down, glasses right way up, upside down, so you can have it this way, that way, that way. It's entirely up to you. This piece to go on the front is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then you want these 2 pieces which are 1 3/4 by 4 1/4, and they're to go on the sides there. So I'm going to stick all of that down. I'm going to do that one last because I might mark it. Okay, so whilst that's all drying, I've got all of the coordinating images from the ephemera pack. You get 80 pieces, and they all match different pages in the paper pack. So I've just pulled out all of these ones. You can see you've got all the shoes there on the fronts. They're all going to look good popping up. So I've just cut myself these strips here. I might need some more, might not use them all, I'm not sure. But they're 1/2 inch by 4. And I've actually doubled them up and used some of the construction glue. So they're just nice and strong, and they're going to stay upright. So I think what I'm going to do is just stick them all behind all the different icons here, and then I can just play around with the positioning. I tend to just start from the back, so if I just stick the shoe on, for example, and I would go to the back here, add a little bit of glue behind there and pinch it onto that piece, you know, go right to the top of the card, and then work your way down until the front here. And some of them you can stick right onto the very front here, or just behind, like so. It's entirely up to you. You just want to really fill and build up that space. So although these are black pieces, by the time I've stuck more and more on front, you're not going to really see them. But if you don't want to have them this kind of colour in a cardstock, cut them with a construction weight acetate. And I've done that many times on this style card. So I'm going to get all of this stuck down, and then I'll show you it when it's all finished. So that's the finished card. You can see all the different layers there. I did actually cut those strips in half. The 1/2 inch ones, I cut them in half again, so they're 1/4 inch by 4. But you can see what I mean. You can't really see all those black strips. These cards are great for any occasion. You can have literally any theme popping up. If you just type in pop-up box cards, you will see hundreds, if not thousands. There's just so many. But I love this style here. So that will all fit now into a 6x8 envelope or box envelope, and I have both on my channel, and I'll link those up here. I've stuck that one on the back, and just some of the other shoes that I had. You can also fold that up and then in the envelope so it protects those pieces as well, and then it will just drop down. So as always, thank you for watching today. I'll have some other pop-up box cards coming up now if you want to watch those next, just for some other sizes. If you've enjoyed today, give me a thumbs up because it does really help out the channel. And as I always say, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell and that way you won't miss out on any future videos. See you all again soon. Bye.